Hello, boys and girls. This week we are going to be talking about author's purpose. Now, this should be a review because if you remember, we got to make a big manila book cabinet over a historical fiction book that we chose, and we got to write all about the author's purpose. And when we're talking about author's purpose, we ask ourselves, why did the author write this? There are many different reasons for writing, and it can all be defined as author's purpose. Remember, that's asking why. The first step to finding the author's purpose is to ask yourself, why did the author write this? And to do so, we look closely at the text. So when you choose your book or article this week, I want you to answer these questions to help you. Number 1, what is the text saying? Number 2, what is the author doing? And 3, how do you know? So number 1 was, what is the text saying? The first thing that we need to do is infer. Remember, an inference is when we take our schema, what we already know, plus our evidence, the clues from the story, to make our inference. So an inference is going beyond the author's words to understand what is in the text. So we do that by seeing what words is the author using and what is the author trying to tell me. Number 2 was, what is the author doing? And we ask ourselves, what type of literary element is the author using? Just right here, we have a couple of them down here. It says imagery, plotline. Is there a character in your story? Is there a conflict? Or is it an autobiography? Is the author using repetition, alliteration, or maybe onomatopoeia? All these literary devices are going to help you realize what type of purpose the author is using, and why do you think he is using it will help you decide. Number 3 is, how do you know? This is where you give text evidence. I want you to show me the evidence from your book or from your article that helped you decide what the author's purpose is. So why did the author write this piece? There are tons of different words that we could use. We've learned persuade, inform, entertain, but there are so many different words out here like notify. Or maybe the author's trying to describe something to us, or define or explain. Maybe the author's trying to support something or teach us, maybe even demonstrate how to do something. There are many different ways that an author can write, and they have many different purposes as well. But I don't want you to just use one word. I want you to add to it. So here's an example from the memory string. The author, Eve Bunting, wrote the memory string to help the reader understand the effects of loss, change, and the role of memories. Now, this is why I think the author, Eve Bunting, wrote this story. This is what I think her purpose was. I think her purpose was to help the reader understand. But then I added to it, understand what? The effects of loss, change, and the role of memories. Now it's your turn. I want you to choose an article or a book this week, and I want you to think about the author's purpose.